tiny. But I do not want to leave it at the ATM. If you go there too much, people will get suspicious. So we will leave it for you in the costume store in Campo Santa Maria Formosa. It will be hidden among the things there. You will have to find it.
How will I know what it looks like?
Very soon, I will send a picture of it to your PDA. But you must locate the device quickly. If you do not find it in time, it will destroy itself. If that happens, we will hide another device. Your PDA will show you where we have hidden it.
You want me to feed a tracking device that self-destructs to a pigeon?
The self-destruct mechanism will automatically deactivate when you pick it up. And do not worry. The device will not hurt the pigeon after it is swallowed.
And I'll be able to track it using my PDA. Sounds like this thing is going to come in very handy.
It is from the GDIF. Military equipment is good.
Well, guess I'm on my way to Campo Santa Maria Formosa.
After you have fed the tracking device to the pigeon, you must do two things. You must find out where the pigeon goes when it leaves Fungos, and you must discover what it is carrying. Call me when you know these things. You are good to help us, Nancy. We are very short-handed. Carnevale keeps the police very busy.
I'll do my best. Ciao. Looks like I'm going to have to pick this lock somehow.
Sì, ciao.
Venire a cena domani, per caso?
Fammi vedere un attimo. Devo chiamare la mamma perché senza il suo
He
permesso...
won't eat it.
Ah, ho capito.
È un vero mammone.
Felice. Posso farle una domanda?
Dica,
Come mai tutte le gondole sono nere?
per mettere in rilievo la stella.
Oh my gosh, Bongo's coming back.
Vieni qui, piccioncino, vieni. Vola.
Looks like some cards are missing. Another package?
And I want you both to know that I am very sorry if that American girl is bothering you. It was not my idea for her to stay here, believe you me.
Yikes, they're talking about me. I shouldn't listen,
She doesn't bother me.
Nor me. In fact, I rather like her.
but I'm going to anyway.
This is because she spends most of her time on the roof bothering me. She's always up there looking through binoculars. She says she is bird watching. Bird watching? She doesn't strike me as a type.
I'm a bit of a bird watcher myself. Just this morning I saw a flock of ibises near San Giorgio.
I was trapped at a party once by a bird watcher named Red Knot. All he talked about was grosbeaks and juncos and towies. I almost died of the boredom. Anyway, I apologize for the trouble she makes. If she bothers you, you tell me and I will tell her. Oh, she's fine.
She's quite fine, actually.
If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
So, I noticed someone got a box of chocolates. You perhaps? From a secret admirer?
They're not for me. They're for someone named Il Dottore.
I thought that was someone's special name for you. How disappointing. Especially since I was going to ask you if I could have a piece. I'm starving. So, how do you like Venice?
Oh, it's incredible.
I think Venice is the most fascinating city in the world. Its history, its art, its layout, everything about it is so rich and so beautiful and says so much about human ingenuity. I absolutely love it.
Have you ever thought about living here?
I have indeed. In fact, every time I come here, I make an effort to meet new people. Having friends is very important to me, you see? But I don't want to move here until I can afford my own palazzo. So, until that day, I shall have to content myself with staying here wherever I can and as often as I can.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a journalist. Right now, I live in Hamburg because that's where the offices of Your Welt magazine are. I do most of my writing for them. But I know far more about Venice than I do about Hamburg. In fact, I know more about Venice than most Venetians do. I know where the best souvenir stands are, the nicest glass shops. Here, I'll make you a list of the cheapest cafes.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
You don't want to know where the cheapest cafes are? Are you sure you're American?
I'm just not into touristy things, that's all.
I see.
Oh, but you could tell me what your very favorite spot in Venice is. I'd love to know that.
Oh, well, let me think. That would have to be Campo San Paolo. There's something, I don't know, something very avant-garde about it that's quite charming.
So what do you think about all this phantom thief stuff?
I probably shouldn't say this, but I think it's great. A caped figure darting down walkways beside moonlit canals, melting mist-like into the shadows, escaping not with stolen money, but stolen art. It's all just so wonderfully Venetian.
You condone what he's doing?
No, of course not. It just captures the imagination, that's all. As far as crime sprees go, this one is rather refreshing. Il Fantasma hasn't physically hurt anyone, and has some very interesting ideas when it comes to what's worth stealing. In fact, it's altogether possible this phantom could turn out to be a woman. Whew! That would be a story I'd write for free.
Since you're a journalist and you're right here, aren't you tempted to write a story about this phantom thief person?
As a matter of fact, I am writing a story for Your Welt.
So, have you dug up anything juicy?
This case is so huge the police are swamped. Apparently, they've got people coming in from all over the world to help track down leads. My contacts at the police station are too busy to give me the time of day, let alone a juicy tip. However, one of my non-police sources just told me something very interesting. He said the word on the street is that the next thing the thief steals is going to be a person.
He's going to kidnap someone?
A very wealthy someone. At least, that's the rumor.
Do you talk to Colin Baxter very much?
I try to talk to him, but he's so focused on his work. Having a decent conversation with him is virtually impossible. Once, out of politeness, I feigned an interest in what he was doing, and the next thing I knew,
He was showing you his tesserae slides.
Yes, they went on and on and on. It was nightmarish. I felt like a seabird that had landed in an oil slick and couldn't fly away. The only way I could escape was to confess that I found the slides less than fascinating, which hurt his feelings terribly, I'm afraid, but it couldn't be helped.
So you don't know much about him?
I know nothing about him at all. Actually, that's not quite true. Once, while he was working, his cell phone rang. He immediately left the room to take the call, but as he was leaving, he picked up by saying, "This is Justin." Not Colin. Justin.
Are you sure?
Positive. Don't forget, getting the facts right is how I make my living.
I'll come back later, okay?
It's been a pleasure. Pretty locket.
Thank you. My boyfriend gave it to me.
Boyfriend. You do have it all, don't you, Nancy Drew?
That's Helena's stuff. Mine's on the other side of the room.
Dietro. Nella.
Hello, Nancy.
Do you live here at the Ca?
No, I have a room in a building on the other side of the Grand Canal, a very small room. But I spend so much time here and so little time there, I suppose technically I do live here.
Do you know who that box of chocolates in the entryway is for?
No, I didn't really look at it because I assumed it was for you. It's not?
No, it's for someone named Il Dottore.
Oh, I was afraid, I assumed they were from that locket fellow of yours. Il Dottore. Wonder who that could be.
What are you going to be for Carnevale this year?
Working, that's what I'm going to be. I haven't been invited to any festivities, which is just as well because I detest costumes. So to Carnevale, I say, bah humbug.
I've kept you long enough.
What's his name?
What's whose name?
The bloke who gave you that locket you're wearing.
Oh, Ned.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Would it be all right if I picked some flowers?
Go ahead. Prudence got them from a plantation in Hawaii, the Healy Research Center. They grow like weeds.
Ouch!
Santa pace, Nancy, look what the bees did to you. You look horrible. No more Venezia for you. Hello again. Do you always wear that locket?
I've only had it a week. My boyfriend gave it to me just before I left.
I should have known. That explains why it is so, ordinary. Which is not a bad thing. It is just that, well, when one lives in Venezia, one becomes so used to true beauty that anything less tends to stand out like, dirt on a white rug.
My roommate, Helena Berg, does she stay here a lot?
This is the first time. I met her at a party which Rosetta Del Bene gave. When Elena found out where I lived, she practically begged me to let her stay here. And with Rosetta standing right there, well, I could not say no.
Why was she so insistent about staying here?
She said it was because the Nas Costa is so centrally located. Which it is, altroché. But I think it was because I am so centrally located. She is what you call a social climber. Always asking me about parties. When they are, where they are, who is invited, what should she wear, whose name should she say to get in. Che schifo! The upper class of Venezia. Polio, this is true, but she will never be one of them. Us.
Who is Il Dottore?
Dottore means doctor. What doctor are you talking about?
There's a box of chocolates downstairs for Il Dottore.
Someone must have left them here by mistake.
Has anything else for Il Dottore ever been delivered here?
I am up here all day. Something gets delivered, something does not get delivered. I do not know. I do not care.
Will you be dressing up in a costume for Carnevale?
Altro che! I have fallen in love with Commedia dell'arte, so this year I will dress up as my favorite character, the big-nosed nasty Pulcinella. He and I are so opposite, no one will ever guess it is me.
Guess I'll be going.
Bella roba.
Vuoi andare al cinema, Vania?
No, assolutamente no.
Nope.
Bel film.
Gotcha.
Non lo so, cioè non so.
Hello? What kind of message is that? I'd better call Sophia.
Ciao.
Ehi, avete visto qualche...
Nancy, you have tracked the pigeon.
After it left Fongo's, it flew to Campo Santa Margherita. It landed right next to this place called Casa dei Giochi.
Casa dei Giochi. You are sure?
Yeah? Is something wrong?
Casa dei Giochi is a private club owned by Enrico Tazza. The police suspect that he fences stolen goods for big criminals like Leo Macchiano. If Fongo is working for the Phantom, perhaps Tazza is working for him too. Look around the Casa dei Giochi, Nancy. Talk to Tazza if you can. Get on his good side. See how much you can find out without making him suspicious. Was the pigeon carrying a message?
Yes, but all it says is hello in English, followed by an exclamation point.
There is a dot at the bottom of this exclamation point.
Yeah?
You must find a microscope and examine this dot, Nancy. If Fongo was sending a message to Tazza, maybe it's hidden there.
A microdot, of course. I'll do that. I'll find a microscope and take a look at it.
If I do not hear from you, you will hear from me.
Ieri sera sei stato al club Mincio. Mincio,
no.
non Mincio, cosa dici?
No, ma questo club, mamma mia.
No, erano delle ragazze favolose.
Ma ballavano
non-
malissimo.
Sì, non
malissimo.
sanno ballare.
Saranno state belle, ma ballavano
Per me ballavano benissimo,
perché tu hai dei gusti terribili.
Looks like that's
Non sanno
it.
ballare per nulla.
ma c'avevano un corpo che era fenomenale.
Lasciamo stare.
Time to use my Italian dictionary.
Mi scusi, signore?
Sì?
Ma quando affonderà a Venezia?
Boh, quando non ci saranno più
From the way
veneziani
you
per
are dressed,
salvarla.
you are American.
Grazie.
Who are
Prego,
you?
prego.
My name is Nancy Drew.
This is a private club. You cannot come in. Sorry.
Mio fratello si sposa, Vania, lo sai?
Ma non lo so.
I'd probably get in trouble if I picked these.
If you're here for the dance audition, take a look at the dance instruction book. When you think you're ready, put the cat suit on and get on stage. Good enough, you can keep the suit and come by anytime you want and dance some tips. Oh, and if you're not here for the... Okay, let's see what you got. Oh, you need to tighten it up. Go, girl. Wonderful. You need to tighten it up. Great job! Still some rough edges though, so take that costume home and practice. What's your name?
Nancy?
Nancy? Forget it. From now on, your name's, Punchy. Punchy LaRue.
But...
Next!
Casa mia.
A casa vostra.
Può venire quanto vuoi.
Interesting flavor. I'm not feeling so good.
Nancy? Are you all right?
Oh my gosh! You're positively green! Nancy?
Oh, I should so not have eaten those sausages.
Nancy, I've been worried about you. How are you feeling?
Much better. No thanks to you.
What do you mean?
Those sausages you left in my room gave me food poisoning.
What sausages? I didn't leave sausages in your room.
The note they came with said they were from you.
Well, someone else must have written it and signed my name, because I promise you, I did not leave any sausages or any note in your room. Besides, you don't think someone would give you tainted sausages on purpose, do you?
I guess it could have been just an accident.
Of course it was.
Would it be okay if I used your microscope?
I have a very strict policy when it comes